There's a lot of funny mishaps in this movie. I'm SirDinosaur from Planet X, and now it's time for a movie review. So this kid Alexander has really bad luck and weird accidents happen around him and his family all the time. They're not like threatening accidents or anything, just super inconvenient. His older sister Mia is a teenage girl who wants to get asked to the prom. His mom Val is a travel journalist, and his dad Frank has a restaurant. Apparently Frank's restaurant is in danger of going out of business and he's not telling anybody yet. Also, Frank's mom named Lydia, who is Alexander's grandma, is with them too. They're all going on this road trip as a family since the magazine Val works for is paying for it. So this lady gives them a tour of this crazy tricked out bus with a ton of fancy amenities, and they're gonna ride in it during the trip. Sounds like a pretty good deal so far. They start getting their stuff together to pack, and Alexander finds a box of old stuff in the attic. He finds this weird looking Mexican idol statue of a monkey. Alexander's grandpa named Gil, who's Val's dad, shows up. The family has dinner together and they start arguing, but they settle down and Alexander asks about the monkey idol thingy. Gil tells a story about how his grandfather named Alejandro, kinda like Alexander but in Spanish, was given that idol by some brujas, that means witches in Spanish if you didn't know that, in order to make him rich. And when he didn't give it back, a fire broke out and burned down the whole town. Frank's like, yeah, this is a bogus superstition. I'll just throw the monkey away since my kid is scared. So he throws it in the trash can in front of everybody, even though Lydia's like, I don't think you should have done that. This is a little bit like the plot setup of The Monkey, that scary movie that came out a couple of months ago that is absolutely no way, don't even think about it, not for kids. Because it's about a monkey toy that kills people in weird accidents when you wind it up. But I think this movie will be more kid-friendly since it's more jokey so far, and there's no scary stuff, just weird accidents that are kind of funny and inconvenient for the characters. So the family goes on the trip, and things go bad pretty quickly. Alexander accidentally spills some soda on the controls, so he tries to fix it, but that makes the bus all screwed up, and they crash it into this big alien statue. Gil hears about what happened, and he decides to leave the family dog with the neighbors while he goes after the rest of the family so he can help. The family stops at a car rental place next to a little shop. Alexander and Mia realize the monkey thing somehow got packed with their stuff, so they're all like, uh-oh, this thing is bad luck and it's following us around. They go into the shop and this guy Claudio in the shop says, yeah, that monkey thing is pretty bad. You guys are in a lot of trouble. You gotta take that thing back to Mexico and get rid of it. So they rent this janky van and start heading towards Mexico, but it turns out there's a skunk in the van that they didn't know about. It gets out and it sprays everybody. Then it runs out of there and goes bye-bye. So they go to a gas station and get some goofy-looking t-shirts and take a family photo. Gil gets to the shop from before, and Claudio confirms that his family was there, and they're going to Mexico to get rid of the monkey idol thingy. Alexander and his family leave, but after a little bit, they're like, whoops, we left Lydia at the gas station. They go back towards the gas station, but there's a bunch of cows in the way, so they go off the road. Then they drive towards what they think is just a ravine, but it's more like a river, and they get washed away. They swim to land, but they lose the monkey idol thingy. They have an argument where Frank keeps saying the monkey idol thingy bad luck issue is just a superstition, and Alexander blabs about Frank losing the restaurant. Everyone gets mad at each other, and they're all pretty unhappy. Later, they run into this lady named Lupe who speaks Spanish, and only Alexander can actually talk to her since everybody else's Spanish is pretty bad. Lupe introduces them to her husband Chavo, and they reveal that they're in Mexico now, so I guess they got there on accident. Meanwhile, Gil finds Lydia. They bicker a little bit, but they get over their differences and they team up. Lupe and Chavo give Alexander's family a worn-out ice cream truck to keep going on the journey. Mia and Alexander find the monkey idol thingy is there in the back. I feel like that thing is actually following them around. The ice cream truck goes down a hill, goes kablamo, but the monkey idol thingy is unharmed, and I guess no one should really be surprised at this point. Luckily, the town where the monkey idol thingy is from, called Soledad, is pretty close. So the family goes there, and Gil and Lydia find them, and everybody is back together. They all learn that the real monkey idol thingy has actually been in the town the whole time, and the one Alexander's family had was a prop. Alexander's like, what the heck? There was no point to any of this. But his parents say that him being cautious and prepared kept them all safe. So the family celebrates together. Mia asks the boy she likes to prom, and he says yes. Val decides to write a book, and everyone is happy. They still have super bad luck though. This movie isn't super deep and it kind of goes through the motions, but it's kind of fun and it's got good messages about family members getting over themselves and being united. So this movie is good for kids.